Hello, my name is Janine Rosche. Thank you so much, Tony, for inviting me on your page to read an excerpt from my latest book, Glory Falls, from the Madison River Romance series. I'm going to be reading a scene from about halfway through. And in this book, Thomas Beck is a humble and slightly awkward firefighter who reunites with his childhood best friend, Cecilia Blue Walker. And after a tragic time in LA, she has returned to Montana and is trying to revive her screenwriting career by writing Thomas's heroic, larger than life acts into a screenplay. So in this scene, they are at the movie theater at Christmas time watching It's a Wonderful Life. They'd always sat together in the back row. Blue liked that spot best for two reasons. First, she could see the entire screen in all its glory, the nuanced details in the background and how the layers of focus and light added to the existing screenplay. And second, she could talk through the whole film without annoying anyone but Thomas. Then, on the opening night of Spider-Man 3, some other high school students saw them sitting back there. After they endured a solid week of rumors and teasing, Robbie finally informed Thomas and Blue why most high school students like to sit in the back row. No mistletoe needed. Throughout the movie, Thomas could feel the tension from the seat next to him. The showing had sold out, and with other patrons surrounding them, Blue had to stay mum, which assuredly was killing her movie talker self. Instead, she communicated through a series of nudges, bumps, and squeezes on his upper arm at every big scene. Thomas didn't mind. Besides, he didn't need to hear her talk about how romantic it would be to have a man offer to lasso the moon for the woman he loves. So dumb. That wasn't romantic. Why offer something that wasn't even possible? Of all the marriages that ended horribly, how many of those men promised to lasso the moon or climb the tallest mountain for the woman? If that's what it took to get married in the first place, Thomas wanted nothing to do with the whole institution. In his experience, broken promises and unrealistic expectations led to nasty fights and children sleeping in barns. No thank you. Thomas snuck a peek at Blue. What kind of promises had Hunter's lying lips told Blue when he'd proposed? What grand gesture did he make to show his conditional love? She should be disillusioned by all things romance, but there she sat, soaking it all up like wet popcorn. How long would it be before another Hunter Dean Lawrence type moved in? She was pretty, wickedly funny, smart, and adventurous. She had it all, and she deserved it all. Further reason why Thomas was right not to kiss her under that mistletoe. After the movie, they trekked back to their cars at the lodge. The official hours of the Christmas stroll had ended, but the streets of town still buzzed with cheer. I decided something, Blue said as they waited to cross the road. You aren't Mr. Deeds. You're George Bailey. How so? You're not as nice as Longfellow Deeds. He scoffed. Tell me how you really feel. Oh, goodness, you're nice, but you're not naive nice. You do good things for people, sometimes even when they don't deserve it. But you see people for how they truly are. Not everyone gets a free pass, especially if they've wronged someone you love. A person would be better off hurting you than hurting someone in your life. Thomas gave a stiff nod. Because you're always thinking about others and doing what's best for them, not you. Like old Building and Loan Bailey, he gave up his dreams so others' dreams might come true. And he risked his life for his brother and for Clarence. Then he saved Uncle Billy from going to jail. Uncle Billy, of all people. You are just like George Bailey. I bet everyone in town has a story of how you saved them in some way. I've never saved you. Maybe not in one grand swoop, but you're letting me use the story of your life to give me purpose. And you bought me Whoppers. Then, back in the theater, you let me have the armrest. Blue's eyes lost their focus. Do you know how long it's been since someone's let me have the armrest? Of course he'd let her have the armrest. He always had in the back row of the movie theater. It was no longer a thought. Don't act like that wasn't intentional. You sat through the entire movie in the world's tiniest seat with your big arms pinned to your side. Why? So I'd have a place to rest my elbow. And because you care about me. If she only knew. The walk sign glowed above the crosswalk, and they stepped into the street. Her big blue eyes glanced up, their focus now pinned on him. They glistened. With tears? Knowing someone finds me worthy of the armrest, that saves me more than I could ever say. He searched for the right words, for any words. There was no time. On her right, a sedan approached the red light too fast, its twin beams waving wildly as its back end fish-tailed on the black ice. Still, the brunt of its mass projected directly at Blue. Thomas wrapped his arms around her waist and spun her away as fast and as far as he could before losing his own footing. The unforgiving sidewalk met his back with a thwack. The car skidded to a stop in the middle of the intersection, but fortunately didn't hit anything or anyone. Blue lay on top of him, bewildered and breathing sharply. "Are you hurt?" he asked. "No." Her breathy answer warmed the spot where his coat collar met his neck. "Safe. Thank you, God." She was safe. He rested his head on the hard concrete. "Good. Are you?" He couldn't answer. As much as his back ached from the impact of the fall, it couldn't compare to the blessed feel of her in his arms. And as his heart thudded hard against his chest where she lay, he wondered how much more it would hurt to let her go. So that is my reading from Glory Falls. If you want to know more about my books, you can always visit me at www.janinerosche.com or find me on Facebook. I love interacting with people on there. And if you go to my website by signing up for my newsletter, you can get a free novella to the Madison River Romance series, and that is called Mistletoe Menagerie. So I hope to see you all around, and thank you again, Tony, for this wonderful experience.